Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Everything But Wrestling, where a wrestler, I am a wrestler, where I, a wrestler, discuss every possible thing under this sun, this specific sun. But wrestling, I've actually had this podcast planned out for a while now. I have books upon books, journal entries upon journal entries of specific topics to talk about, and I actually literally filmed the first episode 2 years ago. That sounds crazy to say. I filmed the first episode 2 years ago, but when I watched it back, the audio was just bad and it was meh, you know what I mean? And I have a mic now, my teeny little mic. And yeah, today I just felt like talking, and I was actually talking to my friend because she also wants to start a podcast too. And I was like, nothing is stopping me. I'm literally the only one stopping myself because I could just sit down and start recording. So I'm going to sit down and start recording. Today, I was actually going to talk about another topic, but all day I have just been watching sports. I've been watching basketball highlights of Steph Curry. And there's a new channel to me. And he makes great commentary videos talking about Golden State Warriors and a lot about Stephen Curry. And I don't know why I said Stephen. Okay, Steph Curry. I mean, that's his name, right? Stefan Curry the fifth. So I was like, yeah, I'm in a sports mood. I literally have New Heights podcast paused right now. So I'm like, I might as well talk about sports because I'm in the mood. I'm wearing this is like 3XL, I think. Or 2XL or 3XL. Patrick Mahomes jersey. I haven't busted this out yet. This is my first time wearing it. I'm so excited. But yeah, so today I'm just going to be talking about sports. Okay. This is fun. So, a little bit of backstory. I hated football until 2022, I think. The only sport I really liked, that's not true, I didn't like any sport actually. The only sport I not only tolerated, but thought was fun was basketball. I actually remember before I was like really into basketball and the only person I knew was literally Steph Curry. My dad was watching it and I sat in the room with him and I saw Steph literally from one side of the court shoot the ball and like get it in to the other side of the court, and I was literally sitting there like, who the fuck is this guy? Like, I was shocked. I was like, oh my god. Like, I don't remember what year that was, but that was a while ago, and I was like, holy fuck, Steph is my favorite. But yeah, so the only thing I really liked was basketball. I guess I liked baseball, but that's because I live in New York City. I'm a native New Yorker, so like you kind of have to like the Yankees. And I remember going to a baseball game, and I say I cared, but I was literally 10, so I don't really know how that like actually translated. But as soon as Jeter retired, I stopped giving a fuck. Like, what else? Oh, I tried to get into soccer for this guy that I thought was cute, and I really tried. By tried, I mean I watched a game, and I was so bored. I feel like with sports, the only sport that you can like not know anything about, not know the rules about, and still have fun watching is basketball. Like, if somebody was like, if you knew nothing about golf and weren't into golf, and someone was like, hey, do you want to go to a golf tournament tonight? You're gonna be like, no, why would I want to? No, I'm gonna fucking fall asleep. If somebody's like, hey, do you want to go to a football game? You're gonna be like, meh, you know what I mean? Soccer, you're gonna be like, I'm bored, whatever. But I feel like basketball is literally the only thing where if you're not into basketball and somebody's like, hey, do you want to go to a basketball game? You're like, actually, I do. That's a great idea. But, yeah, so up until 2022, I didn't really give a fuck about any sort of sports. And then I think, was soccer the first sport I really got into? So, I did not care for soccer. I thought it was boring. And then my friend told me to look up Heung-min Son. And I was like, ooh, let me watch some soccer. And I became a fan of the Spurs. which saying that now, sometimes your team isn't doing the best and you got to stick beside him. That's my man. I'm going to stick beside him. But now I'm a fan of the Spurs for soccer and Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, obviously. Eric Dyer. Dyer, is that how you pronounce his name? Eric Dyer. Hello. Is Eric Dyer in the room with us now? For football, obviously, Kansas City Chiefs are my favorite team. And for basketball, my favorite team is the Golden State Warriors. In terms of players, my favorite basketball player is Steph. LeBron is number 2 for me. I don't mean in terms of who's better. I just mean for me. Stop. I feel you typing. I feel you. Did you just say fucking Steph Curry is better than LeBron? Also, something about me, I might say some things that might get like sport, I don't want to say actual sports heads, but like sports heads upset. I don't give a fuck. Like, I really don't give a fuck about anything that much to oh my God. People burning jerseys is insane to me. First of all, jerseys are a minimum of $100. Like adult jerseys are like $100 fucking dollars. Jerseys are so expensive. Like, if Patrick Mahomes was like, hi, I'm leaving the Chiefs and I'm going to the Bengals today, I wouldn't burn this fucking jersey. I'd be sad, but I wouldn't burn a jersey. That shit is fucking, it's giving K-pop stan. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Anyways, my favorite football player. Now, I used to say Travis Kelce was my favorite football player, but I think he's my favorite person on the Chiefs, but my favorite football player is Patrick Mahomes for obvious fucking reasons. We will be talking about him a lot in this fucking episode. Yes, and then I said for soccer, Sunny. I'm not really into baseball. I like the Yankees because I live here. But then again, that doesn't really translate because my favorite team is the Kansas City Chiefs and I am a New Yorker. I also think, okay, Henry Cavill, I found out maybe like a year ago, he's also a fan of the Chiefs. I don't know why. He's not from America. Does he live in Jersey? It's so funny. One interview, he was talking about Jersey. I was like, New Jersey? There's a Jersey in the UK. But I think not that you are okay, let me say this. I would say like literally 90% of the time, maybe 95. I'm going to say 92 percenters. I am a 92 percenter. 92% of the time when you like sports, it's because your family forced it upon you. It's because before you could even speak or take your first steps, your father or mother put you in a Mets baby onesie. And they were like, this is who you are now. You like the Mets. So you grew up being like, okay, I like the Mets. You know what I mean? So I feel like for you to actively seek out a sport that you did not grow up watching, that you did not care about, and then from then choose a team, I feel like it's a different like, I don't know. It's a whole different thing. I think it's super interesting. People that like didn't like, Henry is not from the States and he's a fan. I would love to know why he's a fan of the Chiefs. I mean, it might be similar to my reason because they're good. First, we're going to start by talking about Steph, and then we're going to move on to Patrick, because Patrick is he's going to be the bulk of this episode. But so, I mean, also, so football is my favorite sport. I think I just started watching basketball literally this year, so I was watching a lot of the games and stuff, and I don't know, something about football is just the atmosphere. Just something about it is just better to me. It's more fun to me. And football is the only sport that I mentioned that I watch now where I am not just a fan of one person or just one team. So I obviously am a fan of a lot of quarterbacks. My favorite position is, damn, I was about to say this confidently too, but now I don't know. My favorite position is tight end. Damn, I'm like tight end, quarterback, tight end, whatever. I'm just gonna say tight end for now. If it changes, it changes. But so a lot of my favorite players are quarterbacks. So obviously, like, well, I say obviously, and I'm wearing a Chiefs jersey. But this is what I go back to when I say like burning jerseys. Like, I am a fan of people that are good. So me wearing a Patrick Mahomes jersey and being like, one of my favorite players is Joe Burrow. That might be treason to some people. But I once again, it's never that deep for me, and I really don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But Burrow, Josh Allen, George Kittle. I was gonna say Trevor Lawrence. I like him. Like, I'm a fan of him, but I'm not as much of a fan of him as I am of like Burrow or Allen. But yeah, like I am not only a fan of the Chiefs, I have a Burrow jersey, I'm a fan of the Bengals, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a fan of the Bills too. Like, I'll definitely be going to other games other than the Chiefs, and like, they posted the schedule for Thanksgiving Day, and I don't know if I think there are 4 football games on, and I'll be watching all of them. Like, this is so funny to me. I literally used to fucking hate football, and I used to hate the color pink, and now football is my favorite sport. I literally feel like I'm going through fucking withdrawals. Like, I'm like, can we just skip to football season, please? And my favorite color is pink. So that's funny. But okay, so basketball. So Curry and Mahomes, they get compared a lot. One of the reasons being, I feel like they are in a league of their own. I mean, I can confidently say that Mahomes is absolutely in a league of his own. Curry, watching these highlights and watching what he's able to do, it's so funny because, one, when you watch professionals that are, okay, we're here. When you watch professionals that are good at their job, you forget that this shit is hard. You watch basketball every fucking week, every single basketball game that's on, and then you go to the court and you try to do fucking 3-pointers and layups and shit. You're gonna be like, oh shit, this is hard. I'm just watching professionals. I'm watching pros do it. So you watch pros that are good and you're like, damn, it looks easy, but it's not. And then you watch, I don't even want to say people like Steph Curry, because there's no one like Steph Curry. It's just person. And then you watch Steph Curry and you're like, what the fuck? The some of the percentages some of the percentages I was looking at, where he like 40% of the shots he took were 3-pointers, 27% or some shit like that were from like further back from half court, from all the way from the other side. These crazy wild things that he's doing, and he's making it. It's insane to me. It's like, they say Curry and Mahomes changed the way that both of the sports they play are like being looked at, or not being looked at, but being played. And it's like, you look at them and you go, I didn't know you could do that. I feel like if you are doing something and the collective response to you is, I didn't know you can do that, that's how you know you're in another league. You're not good. You're not only good. You're not only great. You're on a different echelon. You're on a different tier. You're in a different, people have to create a different tier to rank you. The no look shots are fucking psychotic. He's a psycho. He's a fucking psychopath. Like, for you to be so confident in yourself to shoot the ball and then turn away because you know it went in, like, you don't need confirmation. You don't need to look because you already know it went in. That's crazy to me. Like, I feel like this will be a topic that will also be discussed at some point, but the self-concept that this man has, the confidence, the knowing that this man has, also draws me to him. Now that I like know about and am into manifestation, there are certain players that, like, whether they know it or not, are actively using manifestation and law of assumption every single time they play the game. And law of assumption and manifestation are like it is so embedded in sports, and I really do recommend, if you know about manifestation, to watch Chiefs games and to watch Steph Curry specifically. But there was an Instagram clip I saw, and it was by the way, the AC is on because it's hot, so if you hear that but I don't know if there was something wrong with the ball or the court, but Steph was like practicing and dribbling the ball, and the ball, like, he bounced it and it went lower, and his first reaction was, oh, there's something wrong with the ball, or there's something wrong with the court, there's nothing wrong with me. And I think that's fucking hilarious, because once again, do you know that was his first thought? His first thought was, damn, did I do something wrong? No, bitch, I'm Steph Curry. Like, that shit is so fucking hilarious to me. And the comments were like, imagine being so confident and being so good at what you do that when something messes up, your first thought is, oh, it's that thing's fault and it's not mine. And the court was fucked up, or the ball was whatever the fuck it was. That was like the first time where I was like, okay, what the fuck? And then, of course, the no look things. Really quickly, I also want to talk about LeBron. So obviously, I don't even know who won. After the Warriors lost, I tuned out. I stopped watching. And then LeBron lost, and I was like, okay, now I really just have no fucking reason to watch. But LeBron, I'm paraphrasing here, but he basically said something along the lines of, I lost, yet I'm still better than like 99% of the players. And I had to sit there and laugh, because you are right, and you should say it. Like, it's so fucking funny when listen, it's so funny when average people, when they, damn, this is gonna come out harsh, but I really don't give a fuck. When you lose and they go, oh, you suck, you're a loser. Because when they lose, their identity is attached to being a loser. So they take that loss. I took that personally. They take that loss personally. Bro, LeBron, do you know how good you have to be to lose, but to still be better than 98% of the niggas playing in the NBA? That's crazy. To lose, and I'm still better than you. I know I just lost, but I am still better than you, and will always be better than you. Like, that's fucking great. Bro, Patrick Mahomes could lose, and he would still be the best quarterback. Like, I don't know if it was Burrow that said this, or Allen that said this, or somebody, but I guess the general consensus is now that if you beat Mahomes, you're better than Mahomes. I don't think that's true. I don't fucking think that's true. I don't think that the one time you beat Mahomes, or even the two Bengals that you beat Mahomes, I still don't think you're better than him, because 1 or 2 games, I don't think that makes you better than the person. I think that means you beat them once or twice. Like, there's still so much that goes into being such a good quarterback. Fuck, I'm talking about Mahomes now. I need to shift back to Curry, and then we'll get back into Mahomes. But yeah, so Curry, right. I bring this up to say, Curry lost, right? LeBron lost. They're still better. Which, with manifesting, goes to identifying as a winner. Steph said, yes, success is not an accident. Success is actually a choice. And that is my favorite fucking Steph Curry quote ever. Because success is absolutely a fucking decision. And I think a lot of people think that their physical reality and the circumstances they're going through determines who they are as a person, which is why a lot of people think, oh, if they lose, then that means they're a loser. No one decided that but them. LeBron and Steph can lose, and they're still winners. They identified as winners. They are still identifying as winners. It's about mindset. I think that's all I wanted to say about Steph, and I hope that the Warriors, I can experience a season where they win. That'd be really good. I really still don't know much about basketball. I'm still getting into it, but yeah. Yes, so him and Mahomes are very alike. And I feel like watching the video on the commentary about Steph, the amount of fucking chatter and shit talking that was going on about Steph reminds me of Mahomes. It reminds me of Bangchan from Stray Kids, if you know K-pop. And it also reminds me of the Nicki hate train in, was that 2018 or 2017? Where she was her name was getting dragged through the mud. Literally, anyone from rappers to big companies were trying to fucking not only prey on her downfall, but actively do things to make sure she could not be successful. And this bitch was putting out the hardest verses ever. How are you a feature and you outdo the person that asked you to be a feature on the fucking song? That is fucking embarrassing. That is crazy. I could also do an entire video on Nicki Minaj and how she's the best female rapper of all time, but whatever. Steph and Mahomes remind me of those people because of the insane amount of fucking hate they get. Bangchan can breathe, and he will have thousands of comments saying the most awful things. Bangchan hung out with Jungkook one time, and people were fucking pissed. I said, well, damn, you think Bangchan sucks, but he must obviously not suck if the guy you love, Jungkook, is fucking hanging out with him. It was Jungkook and Jaehyun, I think. That was the 97ers. But, yeah. So, Mahomes, like I was saying before, you can beat Mahomes. I still don't think you're better than him. If, let's say somebody else beats Mahomes the next season or this season for, during the playoffs, I still don't think they're a better quarterback. All respect to... okay, listen. At this point, when I say what I'm about to say, I expect you to listen with a secure ear. You know what I mean? Obviously, I'm not shitting on any of the players. Fucking obviously. I mean, bro, dude, when I tell you I love Josh Allen so fucking much, I did not know, how funny he was. I don't feel like he has a lot of interviews. And then on top of that, I feel like there's only a handful of interviews that lets him showcase his humor. But he's so fucking funny, and he seems like such a sweetheart. I love him so much. He's so good at what he does. I love Burrow, Joe Shiesty. I hate calling him that, but Joe Shiesty. I love these players. I don't care if they beat him. They're not better than him. Mahomes is doing things that I've never that football heads who've been watching football since before they could fucking talk or breathe. He's doing stuff that those people haven't seen. It's a meme now, like Mahomes fucking juggling a football that's on fire with knives poking out, with his leg amputated, and he's hopping on the other leg, but his ankle got fucked up again, and then he's also blindfolded and he's holding his breath for 10 minutes, and he's also on ice skates, and he still manages to either run and get a touchdown or find Kelsey and get a touchdown. It's a meme at this point. That one time where he did a fucking spin and then threw it while he was literally being tackled, and one of the commentators was like, it's like you're watching backyard football with a dad playing against a bunch of children. That sentence is fucking insane. And one of the first things that stood out to me before I knew the rules about football or anything, there's certain things that are transcendent, like wrestling. When you first tune into wrestling, you watch wrestling for the first time, you don't know the moves, you don't know what anything is called. What stands out to you is the characters, the feeling, things that you can take from life and relate to wrestling, right? The thing that really clicked for me the first time, because once again, I don't think I said this yet, but I started watching football because of, just listen, make all the players hot and you will get a very, very high uptick. Okay. You will get because I just thought of something. You'll get a very high uptick in viewing in general. I remember watching the World Cup and I was watching Team Korea for Sunny, obviously. And I forgot his name, Cho, and I was like, oh, he's cute. Let me follow him on Instagram. I followed him when he had it was either 100,000 followers or 200,000 followers. And I feel like I took a screenshot, and if I find it, I'll share it. But I was like, There's sometimes, like, on Drag Race, I do this a lot, where I take screenshots of Queen's followings and then see how much it's increased. He went from, like, 200, let's say he had 200,000 followers when I followed him, right? Now he has 2.2 million followers, and it's literally because of a specific TikTok that blew the fuck up of him, the velocity edit of him, like, going like the I guess, sir. Him just, like, sticking his tongue out, and that shit has, like, 2 fucking million views. That shit is crazy, bro. And now, like, so many more, the viewers have increased. And now, when people go to watch games with the team that he's, you know what I mean? It's so funny too that a lot of women get shit on. Like, one of the things I hear the most in wrestling with wrestling fans is, oh, you only watch wrestling because of the looks. Meanwhile, I have seen literally hundreds of fucking Instagram pages just dedicated to female wrestlers' asses. So how are you trying to shit on me saying I only watch wrestling for the attractiveness of a man, yet you literally have a fucking Instagram page dedicated to Alexa Bliss's ass, bro? In these women's DMs, sending unsolicited dick pics, doing the most, being fucking disgusting, and then you want to come at me because I find Roman Reigns attractive. Whatever, if a woman does the same thing that a man does, then the woman is going to be shamed for it while the man is praised or it's accepted. This is the fucking problem with society in general. The reason why I started watching the Chiefs was because of Travis Kelce. I'll say the real reason why, which is fine. So I saw a picture of, it was on Pinterest. I saw a picture of Kayla Nicole and Travis Kelce. They're no longer together, but I saw a picture of them at the time when they were together, and I was like, oh my gosh, she's so hot. He's so attractive. They're a super sexy couple. Let me tune into a Chiefs game. So I tuned in. Talk about something y'all like. Stop talking about me, since y'all hate a bitch so much the way broke bitch. Megan Thee Stallion, I love you so much. If you need a dog, if you need a chair, if you need a girlfriend, I will be there for you. Yes, I tuned into this game, and the only one I knew was Kelce. And it's so, I knew nothing about football. So, like, when Kelce wasn't on the field, I was like, where's Kelce? Why isn't he on the field? And my dad was like, he's on the offensive team. And I was like, what the fuck is that? I was like, okay, who is this? And he was like, Patrick Mahomes, that's the quarterback. And literally the first thing I noticed was, when there's pressure, he does not fold. He is the most calm in pressure. I think he does that well, and Burrow does that well. But the difference between him and Burrow is that Burrow gets sacked a shit ton more than Mahomes does. That's the thing too. When the pocket collapses, if you don't know any of these terms that I'm about to say, I have 2 videos. There will be a third one coming on girl-splaining football. But when the pocket collapses, Mahomes can keep the play alive for an insane amount of time, where it's almost like, you should have gotten tackled 30 seconds ago. How are you still able to do this shit? Like, he's fucking running around, running back and forth, running the ball. It is truly crazy how good he is and how he is genuinely on a tier of its own. His first season, his first year playing in the NFL, he was already being compared to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady. And I think people were missing the point. Because one, people were getting upset, which, feel how you feel, do what you do on your journey. I can't tell you to, like, not feel things. However, I think people were missing the point. It's not that, oh, is he better than Tom Brady in his first season? Oh, is he better than Aaron Rodgers in his first season? Because he wasn't. The thing was, the fact that he was being compared to Tom Brady, to Aaron Rodgers, to Peyton fucking Manning in his first season already speaks volumes. We do not need to know if he's better than Peyton or Aaron or Brady in his first season. People whose careers are long, like people who have been here for a long fucking time, that are considered the top upper echelon of quarterbacks, the greatest fucking quarterbacks of all time, and you are being compared to those people in your first fucking year. Let me move the mic back because I'm yelling. Because that's fucking insane. Y'all should have known from then on that Mahomes is on a different level. Your first, I don't know how tennis works. Your first season of tennis, you're already being compared to Serena fucking Williams. That is Insane. That's fucking insane. Peyton, I was gonna say Peyton Mahomes. What the fuck? Peyton Manning. If Peyton got married to Patrick Mahomes, that'd be an interesting couple. Anyways, Peyton Manning is considered like the smartest quarterback ever. Omaha fucking run 15 back, water bottle, carpet, remote, chicken. And it's just a jet sweep or something, or like a QB sneak. And of course, Brady is Tom Brady was the GOAT for a long time. He's not playing anymore. So, you know, I'm not even gonna say anything there. Y'all should have just known from there that he is him. Like Timothy Chalamet, him Jones, him Duncan. Like he was built different. The thing that stuck out, like I said before, if I even got to the point, was he is calm under pressure. And that's something that I picked up watching my first fucking game of football. Like I was saying earlier, the thing that I noticed is the amount of hate Mahomes gets. And this is what happens when you are so fucking good at what you do. When you slip up and make the slightest of mistakes, everybody is shitting on you. No matter how small it is. Because you're not just good. You're not just great. You're the best. You're fucking amazing, right? So, I don't want to say it makes sense, but if you're considered the best quarterback currently, or one of the best basketball players in a tier of your own, when you do miss that one shot, or you do fumble, or you do get sacked, you're going to be scrutinized times fucking 20 million. But Mahomes gets an insane amount of fucking hate. It is crazy. First of all, before we even get to the Super Bowl, Burrowhead? Okay, all right. So we already knew Bengals beat them twice, right? Beat them twice, I think, right? Twice? I think it was twice. So obviously the Bengals were walking into this with a lot of confidence, which is fine. You should walk into anything you do with confidence, right? They were, I think honestly, K-pop stans and sports stans and like barbs are like so fucking disrespectful. One of the most intense fandoms ever. The amount of like photoshopped memes I saw of like Burrow, like who's your daddy? Like Burrow is Mahomes' daddy. Mahomes is Burrow's bitch. Like crazy disrespectful shit. The mayor was chirping. So Mahomes won, obviously. If you didn't see, Mahomes won. The Chiefs won. And okay, Mahomes won, and people were still questioning him, which is so funny to me. Which just solidifies my point of no matter what Mahomes does, it will not be enough to the haters, obviously. People will still be like, oh, but like he's not that good. Oh, he's still shitty. Or oh, he's a fluke or whatever. It's like, but he's still kind of fucked up on it. If he had lost, he would have gotten fucking crucified. Crucified, bro. Crucified. He's getting crucified either way. Like, it's just interesting to me that, like, Burrow lost that and people were like, oh, like, it's fine. You're still great. Like, it's fine. But if Mahomes lost that, it would be like, oh, so you're not actually the greatest fucking quarterback of all time. Fucking Burrow's your daddy. Fucking Burrowhead. You actually suck. Like, it's just, like, no matter what he does, he gets so much fucking hate. And then going into the Super Bowl, wow. Fuck me being a Chiefs fan for a second. If you tuned into the Chiefs year, they had a very good fucking year. It was rare. It was not normal for them to lose games. You know what I mean? And the Chiefs were still being doubted, which is crazy to me because I'm sitting there asking myself, did we watch the season? Did we see what happened? Did we see the amount of times we've been down in the fourth quarter and come back? Did we see the scene of, was it the Chargers game? I forgot what game it was. We had like a minute and 29 seconds left in the fourth quarter and we were down. And it cut to the coach. It cut to Andy Reid and this nigga was smiling. Oh my fucking God. That is so scary. That's so fucking scary, bro. How are you able to win a game or tie a game with 17 seconds left, 13 seconds left, 3 seconds left? Bro, if I was a team playing the Chiefs and we had 1 second left and they had possession of the ball, I would be fucking scared. That is dangerous. That just obviously proves how fucking good they are. So for everybody to be like, oh, nah, Eagles got it, Eagles got it, Eagles got it. I said, what? I said, have we been watching the same game? What the fuck? That was crazy to me. And of course the Chiefs won. Of course the game went the way it did, where it came down to a fucking field goal and like the most small shit ender ever. And I know the ending was controversial. You take that how you want to take that. But I think part of the reason why Mahomes gets so much hate is because he is so good. Not only because he's so good, but because this is sports. And like I said earlier in this video, niggas are out here burning jerseys, cutting them, making YouTube videos. Oh, fuck LeBron, he's not with this anymore. Fucking cuts the shit, burns it. Burn in hell, you suck. It is very fucking intense. So when you leave a team, it feels like betrayal, which I can understand. Oh my God, I just turned into a smoker. I can understand why someone would feel that way, but we understand the intensity. The fucking intensity of sports teams of players. Let's say you blocked someone on Instagram, right? You unfollowed them and you blocked them. And they are still coming up on your timeline. They're not only coming up on your timeline, but they're hanging out with your friends. They took this girl you liked on a date and it somehow ended up, she posted it. Like, they're constantly winning. They're making so much money, blah, blah, whatever. And you're not secure in yourself, whatever. That would be fucking annoying. You block someone and they still show up on your fucking page. You block someone and they're still winning. You don't like a singer or whatever and they're still winning. That must be fucking annoying. To not that you didn't like Patrick Mahomes, but it's like, one, you think he's overrated. You don't think he's actually the best quarterback ever. And then this nigga shows up and faces you, and then your team loses, and you see him constantly being compared to who you think is the greatest quarterback of all time, Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers or fucking Zach Wilson. You constantly see him being compared to like people you think are the best fucking quarterbacks in the world, and he hasn't even been. This is his 5th season or 6th season. You're like, what the fuck? My problem is this. I used to not like Taylor Swift. Swifties, don't come for me. I like her now. I used to not like her for reasons that will not be disclosed. But at no fucking point did I ever go, oh, well, she's not talented. Because I'm delusional. Because I would be delusional. If I sat here and said and didn't like Taylor Swift, and then with the same breath I also went, oh, she sucks at songwriting, I am wrong. I am stupid and I am delusional and I am wrong if I ever fucking said that. The thing that pisses me off, the thing that's fucking annoying is you don't have to like Patrick Mahomes. Nobody's putting a fucking gun to your head and telling you to like Patrick Mahomes. You're not gonna sit here and in the same breath asking who? Somebody asks you who Patrick Mahomes is and you go, who? First of all, the unmitigated gall, the nerve, and the audacity. I think that's so funny when your quarterback literally went, Mahomes is the best quarterback currently, and you went, who? Let me try and choose my words carefully here. The disrespect to Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not even specifically talking about the player that said that. I mean, I am, but I'm really more talking about the fans. You don't have to like Mahomes, but to sit here and say that he is not insanely fucking good and insanely fucking talented is delusional. Just because you don't like someone, that has nothing to do with the fact that he's still talented. He's still gonna win. And I think that's the thing that's upsetting. Mahomes is amazing. And he's still gonna win, and he's still gonna beat your team. And he probably is gonna fucking end up in the Super Bowl again this year. Or if not, he's gonna come very fucking close. You know what I mean? And that must be fucking annoying. But for you to sit here and try and discredit every single thing he's done just because you don't fucking like him. Once again, I didn't like Taylor Swift. I'm not gonna sit here and be stupid and be like, oh, she's not good at songwriting. She's very fucking good at songwriting. She's very talented. She's a very good singer. Like, just because you don't like someone doesn't mean that, like, they're not good at what they do. Like, yeah. Him and Bang Chan with the amount of hate they get, the Nicki hate train, Curry, like, they, like, anything and everything they do will be fucking scrutinized. And they're just gonna have to live with that. And I mean, I don't know if they give a fuck. Maybe they don't give a fuck. I feel like I've heard them say it before, like, sometimes it gets to them, but, like, at the end of the day, I'm still better. Like, I'm still him. Like, I really just I'm not gonna give a shit what anyone says, especially somebody who can't play football, who's never stepped a day on a fucking football field. I also don't think people realize I don't even realize how hard it is to play football, but I have some sort of a fucking inkling. Like, I think people only think about, like, the hits and the physicality, and you got, like, big fucking 200-pound men running at you. The endurance. The Bengals player that was that 98-yard return touchdown. Like, he, like, ran literally from one side of the field all the way to the other side of the field. And then bro, endurance. And then on top of that, you have to be strong. And then on top of that, you have to have some, like, low center of gravity, like, good balance and base. And then for tight ends, you have to, like, this is why I love the position of tight ends. So I watched some tight end U videos, and I watched the way that Kittle and Travis specifically were explaining things. And the shit is so fucking interesting to me. I do not know why. I could sit there and listen to tight ends just speak about literally anything tight end related, and I would be like, and I'd be fucking taking notes. No reason for me to take notes. I wanted to fucking take notes. Like, I've been wanting to do and try out, like, tight end drills. Like, I watched George Kittle's, like, towel on the floor. Like, I want to do that footwork. I don't know why it's so interesting to me. It just is. But, like, turning out of certain, like, I don't know if it's not routes. Y'all know what I mean. Just the footwork and everything is so interesting. And I know Travis and Kittle get compared constantly. I think Travis and Kittle are, I mean, obviously the best tight ends. Like, they're definitely top 3, top 5 currently. But I think it is a little unfair to compare them because, I mean, according to NFL fans, Travis does not know how to block. Just because you don't do something a lot doesn't mean you don't know how to do it. But, right, we know Travis runs more, like, wide receiver routes. Kittle more, like, blocks more. That's why I feel like they shouldn't be compared because, yes, while they both have the same job title, they're both tight ends, the way they approach it is very fucking, I feel like it's so different. Like, it truly is too different to be compared to, in my opinion. I guess that's all I had to talk about. Damn, okay. I have to get used to filming these videos that are literally almost an hour long. But I guess, yeah, that's it. That's sports. And, keep your mom away from Zach Wilson. And have a good night.